Well, would you look at that? You found the place alright then? Well, I hope you're not in a hurry for a drink. The service around here is terrible. I've already been waiting here 15 minutes for a drink. But I doubt you tracked me down all the way out here just for a drink. So what is it then? Another story? Well, I suppose I do owe you that much. I mean, you did just track me down for a forest that most people dare not even tread. So at the very least, I suppose I can tell you a story. I'll tell you a story from just when I was a young pup. I was cast out on my own. A partner had gone missing and showed no signs of return. Now I had to find a way to survive on my own. But I didn't just want to survive this wipe. I wanted to thrive. How was I going to do that? You're probably thinking I was just going to nestle away somewhere in a rock hidden, right? Absolutely not. I was going to build right next to Oxums near a massive clan base. And I wasn't hiding from nobody. My plan was to fight as many people as possible. I was coming for all the smoke. We're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. You know the plan but not the come up. So we should go back to when we were starting to put our first 2x2 down. We'll tell the story like it should be. From the beginning. Alright. So I have a bit of a plan. I'm gonna go down here and set up a little something. The goddamn stone knight inside around here. Not a main base, but I'm definitely gonna need food. Frags, so it makes some proper doors. Like free stuff. A cave with like 30 people on, what the hell? So we'd managed to get down a basic 2x2. It was very simple at this stage, but it was going to serve our purpose well. And while nobody else was on, I decided to spend the morning running the roads for comps. If I was going to have a successful wipe, I needed to have comps early. I was also going to need a lot of metal frags. Not only for weapons, but to change my doors to sheet metal. Because if I was going to leave them wood, not only would we be a target for bigger clans, that'd also make us a target for an eco raid as well. And I was already playing with fire. The last thing I wanted to do was encourage any grubs. That bitch is up there roof camping, I bet you any money. Custom? Ooh, nice way to start it off. Tommy, yes! Thompson's huge though. You're safe now. Chilling. Done. Good little bit of scrap already. There's out here too, mate. We'd got our sheet metal doors on, we'd acquired a Thompson and a custom, and managed to craft our tier 2. Things were going brilliantly. This brought phase 1 of our plan of domination to an end. However, server pop was starting to pick up and it was time to begin phase 2. And phase 2 of our plan involved a trap base. As a solo, you must rely on unconventional methods to get loot sometimes. It can be hard out there by yourself, as solos are often looked at as targets. However, I was about to teach them if you target me, by the time you realise that you're caught in my web, it'll be far too late. However, with server pop picking up, it was best that we hurried. I knew the trap base that I was going to make was going to work perfectly. However, if I was going to build it right next to Oxum's, I needed to do it quickly. The less people that see that it's a trap base, the more effective it'll be. Oh shit, yeah. We're chilling. That's way further up than I thought I was going to be able to get it. Jack, I'm going to go get some stone. Chat's starting to light up now. There's definitely some people getting on. Best hustle. Oh, that's me sorted. Almost died because I got stuck in that fucking tree. Oh, we really need to go bank. He gave me an absolute fright. He didn't make a sound, and he wasn't even crouching either. He was full on running. The main stuff we need. Oh, for happening, we're not going to have any ammo for our gun, or for our shotgun traps for that matter. So I'd managed to defeat my attacker with only a few more scars for the collection. I still think about it to this day and can't wrap my mind around why he decided to attack me while so stacked with loot. At the time of his attack I was only farming wood. Was the possibility to getting wood really worth losing all of your metal frags? But for me it was a welcome donation. It was time to build the trap base. So construction of the trap base had begun. Now I've seen people use a similar trap in the past, but when they build a trap base, they build it as a 2x1. And now I don't build a 2x1, I build an extended 2x2. And there's a couple of reasons why I do a few of the different things you're going to see. The most powerful weapon in the world is the human brain. Humans also tend to be very curious, and that's exactly what this base preys on. You've heard the old term, curiosity killed the cat? Well, that's the idea. Now the reason for going with a 2x2 over a 2x1 is because in a 2x1 with a shop front on it, you can see everything inside. And this doesn't generate curiosity, this generates suspicion. You can see absolutely everything from the inside, including the TC, that just screams suspicious. However, if you make a 2x2 and you place a wall in the middle that's going to cut some of the line of sight, the human's brain is naturally curious and is going to want to see what's around that corner. I also like to furnish my trap bases. It bumps up the cost a little bit, but it also makes them a little bit more effective. A good trade-off if you ask me. You only need to use low tier items like a couple of furnaces and maybe a tier 1. That's typically what I would use. My logic behind doing this is very simple. The idea is if a suspicious would-be grub comes over for a look, they're going to be looking for anything suspicious. Now if they see a couple of going furnaces and a tier 1, that's usually enough for them to let their guard down. Then the idea is once they look through the glass and see that they can't see the TC and there's actually part of the base that's cut from eyesight, their brain instantly becomes overloaded with curiosity. This is exactly what we want. Their curiosity with their guard being down means that they won't even see what's coming. Leave the weapon of choice here, because that'll be pretty much what I need. Second thoughts, I should probably change the door skin. Go there and I got the same door skins, they're gonna be like, yeah, not a half sus at all. So I'd completed construction of the trap base. When just moments later, I heard a couple of Thompson shots over at Oxum's. I grabbed some meds and a custom and went to go investigate. My god. Homie was stacked. Purposely run into the trap base so they think I live there. Holy shit! He must be somebody. He must be part of that clan base, surely to God. At night time I'm going to move the loot out, but he's seen me run in here now, so that's good. Basically a box full of scrappables. That's not bad considering we've done absolutely fuck all. Fuck? Broken? No? Okay. Certainly won't say no. Must be a body there or something. Huh? The fuck? To prove that I didn't put that SAR there. Look, I don't even have that skin. I've got blueprint skin, but not whatever that one was. And still to this day, I have no idea where that SAR came from. I never found a body. I never found anything else dropped on the ground. The only thing I can even come to a reasonable conclusion on is that it fell out of the hot air balloon because there was a hot air balloon there in the morning that wasn't there the previous night. But even still, I feel there should have been a body somewhere. But after I'd done 3 fire searches of the area, I decided to take my custom and go on a walk. Because there was a raid going down nearby and I was about to go and see if I could get involved. Gotta be some counters up here by the sounds of it. Have like a line of sight where I was going to be able to hit him and he not run between a tree and break up my bullet. Fuck knows where he went. I'd like to know where the hell he went because I fucking circled around and God knows where he went because I did not see him. Both of them are going to be dead, surely. Read it. Fuck the other gun. Fucking naked would be running the way I want to go, wouldn't he? How did I? Loot banked. Fuck yeah. I learned MP5, boys. Oh, yeah, but you get the point. We're close enough. $500 scrapperoonie, eh? Happen to have. Not a bad haul. The fucking meds though, holy shit. It may have been them who drew first blood, but it was by my teeth that the fatal blow was dealt. With that little victory, my confidence was building, and the hits just kept on coming. Like how I just got bored of waiting to trap people. There it was right there. I knew one of these guys was going to be my first victim. Now when I'm trapping people, I like to think of it a lot like acting. You're playing a role. My objective is to make something as believably enticing as possible. Now here I'm looking into a door while looking over my shoulder. Basically what I'm trying to do is sell something extremely believable. Once I know that I've got their attention, then I'm going to walk forward and they're going to be none the wiser because I was facing the other direction. I'm going to purposely leave the door open for an extended period of time to try and sell the illusion that I either leave my doors open or that I'm a new player that hasn't learned to shut their doors quick enough yet. And just like a moth into the flame, got you baited. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think he'd fall for it.
Yeah, that was smart.
Oh, tell him I said GG anyway.
Yeah, GG's.
Yes, I got someone with my trap. Waited all fucking morning, but I got someone. Oh, there goes another one. I wasn't even trying to get that guy. Try to loot it. Gotta at least check before I cover it over. Had some shit on him. Nothing worth really. Oh, I can tell this is gonna be fun. We need to keep the skulls and we need to chuck them in a box. Anyone who falls victim to the trap gets their skull in a box. Our first victim didn't suspect a thing. I had scored my first bit of loot from the trap base and I'd collected my first skulls. I then reset the trap and decided to go for a walk to see if I couldn't get into any other type of mischief. Guy just right there. He's like teleported. That dude has got to be fucking sick of me by now. Man would have heard me fucking shoot the other guys. Why the hell did he stand there and just keep harvesting? Are you fucking deaf or? Back home safe. You can tell that I've killed that guy multiple times. Just by the fact that I've got it the same Thompson like 4 times. I'm gonna have to start doing something with these comps. They got way too much and it's making me hell angry. Like leaving them alive, they're a good early warning sign. We are fucking popping off this morning. So at this point I was doing pretty damn well. But I'd stirred a lot of heat up in the neighbourhood. So I thought it best to lay low for a little bit. And while I was letting it cool off, I decided I was gonna go and do some farming. Grubs hiding. Another Haji for my collection. I feel like General Grievous out here collecting lightsabers.
Please, man. I just got killed before. I have really nothing on me. Oh my god, thank you, man. Thank you.
Made the kids all white. So I'd gone and done my farming and I went semi-AFK in the trap base. What do I mean by semi-AFK? I was there, but I wasn't really doing anything. Parasite needed some help with something because his PC was being a prick. And when I tabbed back in, I seen the name of the guy and I knew he was toxic. I also knew that he had a friend. Now remember when I said it's a lot like acting? Well, that means that you've got to choose the right weapon for the job when you're doing a trap base. And if you see a toxic player, usually shit talk works. So that was the bait that I was using this time. Fuck, you have no idea. Don't you fucking get lippy with me.
Shut the fuck up, you dude.
That problem. 2 more skulls for the collection. Right a finger up his own ass. Oh my god. Keep his fucking car, I don't want that. Yeah, you might be able to kill me in the fucking open, but these woods are mine. Oh baby. Those fucking sheet metals I got off that guy earlier. Mwah! Easy. Definitely picking that up. Don't need to be getting shot with that, thanks.
Rossi.
They do. Fucking, I'm killing it today. Holy fuck. I've noticed the clan dudes though haven't come out of their base pretty much. That's who my objective was to piss off originally, but they just don't come out of their fucking base. Or if they do, fuck, they're sneaky about it. My legs! I can't feel my legs! Thanks, Lieutenant Dan! My area was a massive hotspot right now, so I started running a suppressor for a while. Just trying to skate around undetected, do what I've got to do without ringing the dinner bell. I still needed to get a lot of comps because I needed some scrap. This was coming off of the back of a force wipe, and I still needed to learn a lot of stuff for the rest of the wipe. Not to mention anything that I could learn would help for coming wipes. Again, he might have went down. Got back at me. Yeah. Why we run suppressors. I'd taken a break for some lunch, and when I got back I heard quite a lot of gunfire outside. So I chucked on the first kit that I found and went to investigate. But all had fallen silent until it didn't. At first I thought a Tommy kid had killed a scientist, and that's why it fell silent. But the barrage of oversprayed 5.56 cleared that up for me. My next thought process was it was a guy on the roof that had just killed the guy with the Tommy. And I was going to wait for him to get off the roof to come and collect the kit, and then just try to snatch the Tommy. Just killed a full kit. But however, I was wrong. He definitely was not on the roof. He was a lot closer than I thought he was. And by total accident, I'd got the jump on him. I'd just gone from Tommy Hazzy to AK full kit. And the best part was I didn't have any of those items researched. So this was huge. No fucking way. Oh, he's fucking filthy, I bet ya. Yep. Bang, we know both of those now. How... I wanted to set down my main base. We were getting kinda thick, and people were starting to get the gist of the idea where I lived, and I'd pissed a lot of people off. So I set out in search of a new location for our main base. We were still gonna go with a 2x2, but this one was gonna be a more complete design. I hate that line of sight block shit. That could get you killed if you was building in a hurry. Oh my god, I'm gonna die because of this. Fuck me! This cunt's head just would not come into my crosshair! It just wouldn't! I'd have tried to gamble that back for sure. Where's Paddy's now? He's got a fucking Thompson. Play good all day and then I do that shit. So I'd lost a good chunk of stuff to a guy with a crossbow. As embarrassing as it was, that wasn't the part that hurt the most. The part that hurt the most was I know exactly what I did wrong multiple times. At first I pulled out my Thompson because I thought I heard somebody and then I dismissed it. I went against my gut. The second thing I did wrong was pushing out there instead of just staying behind the twig structure and healing quickly first. The guy had a crossbow and he was never going to be able to break through that twig structure before I'd healed enough to kill him. That was fine, the loss I didn't mind. The thing that I feared was that he was going to use the resources I'd just given him to finish the base I was building. That would have been super annoying because I spent a long time looking for that spot. And it just so happened to be within running distance of base, which made it even better. Guy that I'm looking for though, Eva. That little rat would have just built with the shit that I had on me too, I betcha. Already been partially stacked. Got back the Thompson I lost already, so that's nothing. I doubled my meds again. Thankfully, as it so turned out, the guy must have already been pretty stacked, because he really didn't take that much. And the icing on the cake was that he didn't take over the base spot I wanted. So I was going to quickly go up and secure that before somebody else did. That's... Fuck you and your line of sight blocked. Out places down there. Right, dickhead. Did he fuck that up? There's one more. Good. Get a Thompson. I decided I was just going to walk away from this fight. It didn't seem like I was going to win the fight. There were more and more people turning up by the second. And the longer it went on, the more noise it generated, which just kept drawing in more grubs. Sometimes you really do got to know when to walk away. Kick the hornet's nest as far as that one goes. Alright, what are the fucking chances I get the rest of this built without getting shot? What I was doing last time, and one of them snuck up on me. Oh yeah? Right about there's where I started to become suspicious of the guy with the crossbow. Previously to this, he ran past my shop front when I was standing behind it in the pitch black dark and shot an arrow directly at my head, which obviously was caught by the glass, but to me that seemed a little weird. How did he even know I was in there in the pitch black dark, let alone be able to see where my head was? So I was just trying to get away from this fight as much as I could. I had no interest in looting them, I just wanted to get away from them, because something felt very off. Fucking not safe around this place. About to come die. See if he comes in for to meet his.
Oh, right.
Hey, my friend, not today. If he is fucking legit, he's fucking good. But I don't understand, like, his shot's not what I have a problem with. It's the fact that he's shooting me through fucking trees and shit that I have a problem with. Like, I get it. But that's fine. But I don't care how good of a fucking shot you are, you don't see through walls. Lucky I was able to not lose a kit to him. See that? Hiding between two fucking bushes, and that dude flipped around and pointed his crossbow at me straight away.
Why are you down to a bow?
Rambo's out here with his fucking crossbow. So I spent a little while just messing around with a bow, farming up some resources for the new base. I wasn't taking my kits outside because I felt strongly that that player was not legitimate. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and I said if he is legit, then he's really good. But I could just feel it in my bones that something was not right about this player. But unfortunately, I needed to do a scrap run, and I wasn't about to take a bow kit over to Oxham's, so I just had to take the risk. Fucking clan, those dudes up there are pretty good at staying out of it. I don't know how you could see me from that angle, but sure. Fucking wipe that just keeps on giving. Another dude just came in and I fucking bodied him as well. And he was fucking stacked. He had the fucking skin I like too. Two more Tommies for the collection, boy. Seemed like no matter where I went lately, loot was not far away. The problem with that was I was running out of space, so I needed to start furnishing my new base or I was going to run out of space and then not be able to do anything. That's done, and then I shouldn't. So after I'd set up the boxes in my new base, once again I heard shots at Oxums. I grabbed the nearest kit and went to investigate. What's he's got a fucking MP5 and has an absolute laser with it.
Suka.
Kodomo. It was the guy that I'd killed before for the AK kit. As it so turns out, he's one of the clan members that live behind Oxums. You might think this is where our story ends for him and I, but I assure you it's not. Our paths will cross again. That dude just fucked that up for me. Holy shit. All hell had broken out outside my trap base and I couldn't even leave. I kinda just had to sit in here and wait. So wait I did. And boy oh boy did it pay off. Because not 10 minutes went by and guess who come over to talk some shit.
Bro.
That deals with that issue. It was Kodomo, the laser beam legend himself. And he was full to the gills with gear that he'd gained. And out of the very goodness of his heart, he hand delivered it to my front door. I couldn't have wrote it better myself. Most of that banked. Lasso guy too that I got with the trap. That's fucking excellent. Couldn't have went better. That. What was that you said?
Suka.
Sikablayet.
Give me back my gun, please.
Sorry, what was that? I can't hear.
Give me back my gun.
Okay, grab it then. sucked in. That just got banned. I knew he was fucking cheating. And there it was right there, the confirmation to something that I already knew in my stomach. That was the guy with the crossbow from earlier that I said was very suspicious. And not only did he land himself a ban, he also got his entire group banned as well. Justice had been served. Needs to farm. There is as much as this room's getting. Oh yeah, fucking alright, Jesus Christ. Love of God, use that. Almost didn't even fucking see him there. I was looking like off into the distance, all tunnel vision like, and I didn't even really notice. Casually a war going on down there and I'm moving loot around. I must be the smartest man on the planet, I swear. Safe! Come and get it now, fuckers. There's our food sorted. What about surely that connects to that, connects to that. We're fucking golden, boys. Chuck a depot box there and that shouldn't get in the way. Brilliant. That. That like that. And that like that. Holy fuck, we have some storage. That's insane. This is like perfect. Like, this is amazing. I couldn't ask for any more better than this. The only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this forward, perhaps, and that one forward. I'm gonna put a shotgun trap up behind them. It'll be absolutely fucking brilliant. I'm gonna make my morning coffee. I'll be back. So I'd spent the better part of the morning running loot up and organising my base. And now for something different, I was going to take a horse and go all the way to water treatment. Because up until recently, I'd barely had a reason to even leave the area I was in. People just kept hand delivering me loot. Need to go turn the power on. Back for it this time. Oh, they might be fighting. Now, I'd hid down in those tunnels for what felt like an eternity, but the time to leave had come. The AKs stopped firing, and silence once again fell across the land. It was time for us to finish what we come here for. I'm about to use another one of those very important tools that you need to use as a solo often. It can be used in groups as well, but when you play in a group it's a little bit more forgiving. Typically when you're a solo you only get one shot, so one of the most important tools you can have is patience. Originally my plan was going to be to make a push for this guy, but I see something here that changes my mind completely. There's a mini copter in the middle of the road, and considering he's just come out of the room where you put the fuse, he's probably going to do exactly what I was going to do. My thought process has completely changed now. I'm thinking I'm going to get all the loot and a minicopter. Fuck's sake, I had to kill him.
Get me up, bro. Get me up, mate.
It turned out, however, that there was actually two of them and they were together. The other one was now looking for me. And if I wanted any chance of him coming anywhere near that helicopter, I had to reposition and basically become invisible. Kidding me? Holy shit. Fucking naked's gonna blow my cover all over a fucking rad suit. I waited a while longer while they searched. Finally, after a short time, they were satisfied that I'd left the area. They returned to the helicopter, and this was the moment that I was waiting for. Everything rode on this moment. It really was do or die. Right. Let's fucking go. Holy. Care about the helicopter as much as I want to bank what I've got first. What a fucking dub. Holy shit. Well, there's a red key card sorted and we technically didn't even need to go get it. Now the question is, what the hell do we do with that heli? Well then, we've got our helipad done. We got that far at least. In here, that's another question entirely. Oh dear. Trees are making this difficult, but I need them here for cover. Hell yeah, dude. I'd been having a pretty damn good run, and I decided to strike while the iron was hot and go and try to find a little bit of PvP to get into. We go for the MP5 and risk it. Not really much point, I can't use them, but... Fuck. Could not have caught me at a worse angle. I barely had like anything to shoot at on him, he had my whole body. Oh, I got my Tommy back, he didn't find it. That group. These dudes are getting shot from there, there, and a guy over here. Done. Oh, I killed him, but there was a third one killed me that fucking naked. Fuck! I should have just kept running, but I thought I was gonna run into him. Ah, fucking hell. I could have handled everything about that situation so much better. So disappointed with that. Go a little across him, I believe. I don't think I can believe no more. I think he's dead. He's gonna fall for it. No way.
Hello, is anyone home? Hey, bro.
It just keeps on giving. Oh, there's another one out there. Skulls for the collection. Skulls for the collection. Ooh, that last guy that I trapped. I really hurt his feelings, and he was not happy about it.
Hello, my friend. Hello, you remember me? I've decided you're a fuckwit to society.
Awesome, I've been waiting for this. Well, come on, don't take your fucking time. That's it, boys. I love that you dudes are running around with full metal and fucking AKs, and old mate out there is with a Thompson. Gotta respect the drip. That's funny. I've been waiting all fucking white for that to happen. So I bet you they were feeling pretty chuffed with themselves at this point. But you didn't think I was going to let them win that easy, right? Nobody steals from a hungry wolf and doesn't at least wear the scars for it. Naked forced me to rush a little bit there because he spawned and I know he's from down here. Stay mad. Out of here. Fucking naked. Oh, there's still shitty everywhere. Dead. Three dead. Oh my god, you're fucking naked! Couldn't help me so. Nice with the crossbow? Hello? Guy? You want to die there, buddy? Don't want to lose me crossy skills, you know. Don't mind if I do. Too greedy. 44 high qual is not a bad take. Well, even though I didn't get all the loot that was on the ground, what I did get more than covered what I lost. Not to mention I definitely dealt some damage to them. Between the ones that I killed and the ones that the naked showing up grabbing kits killed, they lost more in their own kits than what they got from my trap base, and I profited off the loot that was still left on the ground. So everybody won, except for the raiders. But there was no time to rest. As I sat back in my main base pretty chuffed with myself, Oxum started to pop off again. Still fresh off the fight that I'd just been in, adrenaline coursing through my veins, I headed back down and was ready for another fight. This time I was going to try to make a play, and up until this point, silenced had worked well for us, so it was going to run silent again. Fuck, I wish I had a sail with more bullets. The sail is so much better. Oh, here comes the big dogs. Bank what I got, go grab the kid off that other guy that I think I might have killed. Roy. The guy that we killed was named Roy. Now this is important because it plays into the story later. But the first thing I've noticed at this point is now I have a python and only 5 shots. Right about now all the noise is starting to attract all the grubs. But for the time being, they're not my enemy. I need to be able to trust them. Well, as much as you can trust a grub anyway. I teabag at the first guy to let him know that I'm not going to shoot. At least not yet. But the second guy that shows up instantly starts being suspicious and I straight away don't trust him. Unfortunately, I have no choice. If I shoot him now, I blow my cover and I'm a dead man. Typically when you're a solo, you only get 1 shot. So one of the most important tools you can have is patience.
Teamwork! Teamwork makes the dream work!
That moment right there, he pulls a water pipe off of his back and starts moving suspiciously. He runs straight towards me. This lets me know he's going to try to water pipe me, but I try my best to keep my composure and step out of the way, hoping he'll either go past or he'll bleed out. My composure had paid off. He goes down to the bleed. I pick up the water pipes and no other naked grabs it, and then I begin to heal him. In hindsight, I should have just chopped him with a sword to keep it quiet and be done with him. Hoping with him alive though, that's 1 extra bullet shield. Nevertheless, he's forced my hand and I know his intentions. I purposely throw the water pipe just far enough away that he can't pick it up and instantly shoot me, and I'm forced to push out. No surprise, after I take the first guy out, he rushes near the water pipe. I knew it was important that I had to pick that AK up and turn on him straight away, because this guy just had rat written all over him. Nevertheless, he goes down, I finish the AK guy, and then I check my corners before looting. I'm fully expecting somebody to jump off the roof and hip fire me into another dimension, but it never comes. The plan here was to make a stealthy, swift retreat to the bathroom, a choke point that I'd be able to hold like the 300 held the gates of Thermopylae. However, apparently somebody else thought that was a good idea too. And now with my cover blown completely, I remembered I left a double barrel on the AK guy and I was starting to get shotgun PTSD. On the far side of Oxums there was a highway of bushes that I used to use to get to and from the Oxums without getting shot by the clan base. I knew if I was going to be able to make it to that I'd be fine, but getting there was going to be a task in itself. The grubs were piling in left and right. Their weapons were primitive, but in the sheer numbers alone, that made them deadly. Time for me was running out, I had to make a break for it. Made a break for the grass highway that I'd talked about. I decided to go through the garage, that seemed like a good idea. However, my enemy had it very well scouted. I burst through the garage door, Thompson bullets flying at my back. Came so close to freedom, but it just wasn't meant to be. Fuck, they really need to consider not having so much fucking shit like swords and that sitting in boxes. Holy crap, nakeds just literally spawn in on beds, grab a sword, and they'll just come stab you in the fucking back in the middle of a bush. All for making a play, but fucking hell. What the fuck is going on behind me? Oh, he did. Scrappy land on the right here. Did I just kill him? No way, I just killed him. Bank these and then go back. Son of a bitch. Fucking hell. Random guy just hiding there in the bush. What the hell is he doing? Roy. He did crash the plane. He did crash the heli. An 8x on an M9 pistol, what the fuck? Didn't really make a difference that little rat bastard was in the bush, to be fair. Still ended up getting what was left over because he didn't look very hard. Got him back one. The door cam. Fucking loser. Knew it was coming. Now you're starting to see why I said you gotta remember this guy because he's pretty important to the story. At this stage he was being a right pain in the ass. It seemed like the only way he was able to get one up on me was if he either ambushed me or door camped me. And even then it was questionable at times. The fuck, he's got a saw. Fuck you. Fucking Roy. I'd been out wandering around hoping to bump into Roy, because with all of my interactions with him I'd started to figure out which paths he was using to get around. Take a look at his hotbar and notice what's in his inventory. This is pretty important until later, as I use it to figure something out. Oh look, it's my mate. At this point, I had it down to a T. I knew exactly where Roy was going to be pretty much at all times, and I was making him pay for it. He had made himself a dangerous enemy, and at this point I was pretty much just traumatizing him whenever I wanted to. But I wasn't going to stop there. Oh no. I was going for the fucking throat.
Straight up, you're right, man. Got him. Hero. I got him for you.
What the fuck? What was he doing?
Door camping right here.
Is his name Roy by any chance?
Yeah. Hey.
You know, can you reach my little shop front thing here? Can you reach it from down there?
Nah, I can't, man.
Fuck it. Hold up for a sec then. Come here.
Oh, what? Jeez, stay left, my man.
Oh, you did a good deed. A good deed deserves a reward.
Nah, I love you, my guy. I'm gonna pack this shit up.
Oh, well, I'm happy to help out players if they're going to do nice things. He didn't have to kill him. He didn't even have to say anything. He could have just walked off. Get all this shit happening because I want to go on some raids. More specifically, I really want to find where that other little shit lives. I want to do it. That one. That one or that one. If it is any of these two. There. If I can make enough expo after I raid the rest of that, I want to have a look at this. The reason I suspect this is because I killed him last night with some of those concrete barricades on him. Nobody else surely would be using them. It'd be too much of a coincidence. Just here. It's a bit close to my base for my liking, especially when there's a lot of grubs around here. Completely empty. That one, because it's got a code lock and I know he's solo, but that could be an illusion tactic, I guess. Let's go. Duds. Well, I can indeed confirm this also. And charcoal for some reason. Black trash. Definitely not profit, but we're getting rid of some of the pests in the area. This is the other one I suspect that could be him. He had a bunch of these on him last night. I don't see anybody else using them very often, so I think the chances are pretty good. Has a solo code lock. I feel like it's a pretty decent bet. Pretty sure I should be well and truly far enough away. Ow, hot. Definitely was not alright. Wooden door going to their core. Interesting. Door. Excellent. At least there's some sulfur return. I saw. This is definitely Roy's base. 100%. I guarantee you this is Roy's base. That is the SAR that I got ganked for before I went on my break. Fucking hell. I'd probably leave my Explo. Made a lot of noise, and there's some other stuff I want to go check out. Well, that's the story. That's the story of how the wolf from the west was born. As for the west itself, well, it fell silent again. All of the rats in the area had been exterminated, and all of the clans stayed inside and guarded their loot like dragons. The end of the wipe was approaching. A lot of blood had been spilled, and a lot of souls left traumatized by the birth of the wolf from the west. As for Roy, he never did try to build up again that wipe. And as for myself, well, I was pretty happy at the devastation I'd caused. Pretty crazy journey to be sure. Think back to where we started. Just a small 2x2 and a little trap base. Who would have knew about the amount of people would leave traumatized? Truly beautiful. This was my first adventure solo in many years, and it turned out to be one of the best yet. Should you ever find yourself needing another story, do be sure to track me down again. Still many a tale to be told, and still many more to be had. Till the next time, my friend. Farewell.